In this lesson, we'll look at subtracting polynomials. We've already learned how to add, and now we're going to practice subtracting. We're still just combining like terms, but now we're going to have a negative in front of our second polynomial, and so we'll have to distribute that negative sign before we combine like terms. Here's our first example. Let's subtract 7x squared plus 3x minus 4 minus 4x squared minus 6x minus 7. Now you will remember from previous lessons that whenever we have a negative in front of a set of parentheses, it has to be distributed. So we'll do that here. The first parentheses, the parentheses actually aren't accomplishing anything, so we'll leave them off. But when we do the second set of parentheses, we will distribute this minus. So it's going to make minus 4x squared, and then minus negative 6x makes plus 6x, and minus negative 7 makes plus 7. Okay, now you're ready to combine like terms. 7x squared minus 4x squared gives us 3x squared. 3x plus 6x gives us 9x. And negative 4 plus 7 gives us plus 3. And let's look at another one. So we'll subtract 6y cubed plus 2y squared minus y minus 11 minus y squared minus 8y plus 9. So again, the first four terms, the parentheses aren't doing anything, so we'll leave them off. But on the second set, we will distribute this minus. So it's going to give us minus y squared plus 8y minus 9. Notice how when we distribute a minus, every sign inside the parentheses changes. Okay, now combine like terms. I have a 6y to the third, 6y cubed, and I have 2y squared minus 1y squared. That gives us plus 1y squared. I have negative y plus 8y. That gives us plus 7y. And I have negative 11 minus 9. That gives us minus 20. Okay, one last example, and this one looks a little harder because it's got fractions in it, but you'll see it's really not that bad. The thing is, we don't have a lot of combining to do because, well, we only have to combine like terms, so all these different denominators really aren't going to make any difference to us. Okay, let's start out by taking the first set of parentheses off, and we'll distribute this negative. Minus negative makes plus 2/7 x squared, and then minus positive 1/4 x makes minus 1/4 x, and minus negative 1/3 makes plus 1/3. Now to combine like terms. I have an x cubed here, and I also have an x squared. Now on my x terms, I have minus 1/5 x and minus 1/4 x. So I need to combine negative 1/5 minus 1/4. Since I'm adding, I do have to get common denominators here. You know that this would be 20ths, so negative, we'd have to multiply this one by 4 over 4. It'd be negative 4 20ths. This one would be negative 5 20ths, sorry. And negative 4 20ths minus 5 20ths adds up to negative 9 20ths. So again, what I did was I multiplied this one by 4 over 4, multiplied this one by 5 over 5. That gave me these two fractions, and then combined them because they had common denominators. Alright, that takes care of our x terms. Now on our constant, I have negative 1/3 plus 1/3. Well, that adds up to 0, so I really don't need to write anything here. So that's the end of that one, and this is the final answer on this one. And you see, the problem about the 7 and the 20 never really came up because we don't need to combine these fractions because they're not the same kind of terms. So these fraction problems often are not as complicated as they first look. Just make sure that you're only combining the terms that are actually like terms.